The assassin of Charlie Kirk has been arrested. And stupid 22 years old Tyler Robinson, he will be tried, and hopefully he will be put to death really quickly so it doesn't consume a lot of taxpayers' money. But is that the end of it? Does this end here? The answer, unfortunately, is no. It doesn't end here, and it will probably get worse. The violence in our politics, the violence in our schools, the violence in our streets, and the violence in our buses and train does not stop, will not stop. Because we are not willing to do what it takes to stop it. And I'll explain how and why. But first, where this violence spread is coming from, where this violence is pumped into the society, into the psyche of the people. How do people become so numb to the pain and death of others? So they are willing to take their weapon and shoot him and kill him, and probably planning to go around their daily lives after. The source is in Hollywood. The violence is pumped into the people's psyche from the very early age, from Hollywood, from the hilltops of Hollywood, from those mega mansions where those big gaming companies, owners, CEOs, producers, from the celebrities, from the Hollywood movies, where they make all of these gaming videos and movies where people pick up their guns and shoot others like they're shooting rocks and trees. So from the very early age, through this media and gaming, people become numb to death and killing. And then from our politicians, from those elected politicians who get a lot of money and prestige and opportunities to serve the people, they are pumping violence into the people. When they distort the fact because they oppose the other party, I'm talking about the Democrats and liberals. When to oppose their opponents, they distort the fact, they turn the truth upside down. When they create this fear, that the country is becoming a Nazi state, the country is becoming a dictatorship, there's no future for anybody. The Trump administration, the Republicans are deporting innocent community members. Illegal criminals become community members. They are deporting the community into prisons in El Salvador or elsewhere. They, with taxpayers' money, fly all the way to El Salvador to meet that criminal, illegal immigrant. From Ilhan Omar, a anti-Jewish, anti-Christian member of parliament. How does that work? Coming from Somalia, going sitting in DC and trying to turn this country into Somalia. The mayor of Maryland, to oppose National Guard, he says we don't need a military occupation of the Maryland. This is criminal. He's creating this fear by making statements that is absolutely 1000% is opposite of the truth and is just wrong, blatantly wrong. Our Coast Guards going to Maryland to make that safe, that is a military occupation. That man should be put in handcuff. They cannot, they should not, we shouldn't allow them to use the freedom of speech to create a civil war in this country by distorting facts and reality, by turning facts and reality upside down. The elected officials are responsible for this violence in this country. And a sad truth about human beings. Human beings can go crazy slowly or suddenly. As long as humans exist, this will happen. Some people just will go crazy. When they go crazy, they want to hurt people. When they want to hurt people, they are looking for instruments, for tools to do that. And we have those tools available for them, unlimited. They have easy access to that tool, to those weapons. They have unlimited access to it. That is where the problem is. And that is the problem that we cannot fix, because majority of our people have this insane emotional attachments to Second Amendment and weapons. They love their weapons and they don't want to give that up for the sake of their own children, their own countrymen's children. They don't want to do that. So selfish. But if you ask them why, they're not going to say that I'm selfish. They're not going to say that I'm not willing to give up this hobby for the better of for the better and safety of my country and my people. They're going to say, Second Amendment, I have my weapons, so my government doesn't become a dictatorship or a tyrant. This is where we become just like ISIS and Al-Qaeda. If you try to reason and discuss Sharia laws with them, they will come up with many hours and hours of explanation and justification for Sharia law. We know that it is stupid. We know that it is insane. We know that doesn't make sense, but makes sense to them because there is no intelligence, there is no intellect. It is all this evil, stupid emotions. It is the same with weapons for us. You talk to the smartest person in the world. You talk to them, you have a great conversation, you enjoy being with them, you enjoy talking to them. But the minute that conversation comes to weapons, they become a lunatic. They become an idiot, just like ISIS and Al-Qaeda members when it comes to Sharia. So we know the fact, knowing our people, we know that there's nothing will be done to restrict access to guns. Therefore, this violence, this shooting will continue happening as long as we have easy and unlimited access to weapons. There's no hope for it. There's no hope for it. I have no hope because I know the people. We know the people. They are not willing to give up the weapon. And therefore, anybody that goes crazy will go buy a weapon, go to schools, shoot our children, shoot us while shopping in the mall, on the streets, in the trains. This cycle of violence keep going on and on and on. You can say, well, the 60s, 70s, and 80s, we were nice and kind people. Why can't we go back to that? Human beings don't work like that. Nobody can go back to 100 or 200 years back. Human beings are evolving. The evolution is actually based on scientific research. Evolution has speeded up. The evolution is going on full speed, and that evolution is in the psychology, is in our DNA and genes. So we will never be able to go back. We are going forward. We can see some general ways that we are going forward, but the details we don't know. We don't know how this evolution is going to affect the future generations. But as we can see from the current behaviors, humans are getting much more violence. Vast majority becoming more civil, more sensitive, more aware. But at the same time, when people go crazy in now, they go so crazy that nobody had seen before. So as long as life goes on, some people, even in the most perfect society, will go crazy, either slowly or suddenly. and they were gonna want to hurt people. And when that happens, they're looking for tools to hurt people. What hurts people the most? Weapons. They go by it and they shoot and kill people. If the country, when and if the country is ready to give up their weapons for the safety of their own and their children, then America, in general, America, people are kind-hearted. General public is kind-hearted. General public are nice people. General public are sensitive to others and others' feelings. Once we get rid of this evil weapon, we'll have a society to live and celebrate. But right now, America is far less safer than Ukraine. The Ukrainian, that beautiful girl that got killed in the train, had she stayed in Ukraine, she would probably live in today. There are less people dying in Ukraine than in the United States by shooting each other, people here. This is unfortunate and very sad truth that we have to live with.